sheet 4. Now here I want to show you one more thing. So if you look at these measures, you have this cost price which relates to the price of product, and you have a sales price which relates to sales price of product. We don't have a cost amount here. Cost amount would mean that multiply between cost price and quantity. Similarly, we don't have a sales amount here, which would mean that sales price into quantity. But since discount is also there, so we would need to take discount also into consideration. Okay, and we don't have a profit field, which would mean that we create a sales amount field and subtract cost amount from that, and that is what will give you the profit. So one is this activity which we would need to do. This is called creating calculated field. The other is, if you go back to a data source sheet, for example, this order date field, this is now in a day, month, year format, DD, YY format. So you may like to change the format, right? We may like to make it DD, YY. This is one editing which you may like to do. The other is with respect to, say, discount field here, where the discount is mentioned in 6 decimals. We may like to put it as a percentage only and remove the decimals. Similarly, if you look at the ship cost field, it is in 3 decimals, so we might like to make it 2 decimals. Let's see how we can do this editing of these fields, right, in terms of formats. So you can't do anything in a data source field. You will have to go to the sheet 4, for example, or we can do this in any sheet which we have created. So I go to sheet 4. I want to change the, say, ship date format. So I select ship date, right click. I go to default properties, and I have this option of date format. I click on date format. Okay, so these are the various formats which I got a list for. So I go to custom. Okay, and I change it to, say, DD, and I say okay. And the other thing which we thought was discount, right? So let's right click on discount, default properties, number format. So I change it into percentage. Let it be 2 decimal percentage. I say okay. And then we said ship cost. I want to change the 3 decimals to 2 decimals. Default properties, number format, number custom. So I just say 2 decimal places here. Rest other things we don't touch. So we have made 3 editing. We have formatted 3 fields. So let's go back to data source and see the effect. This is your discount field. So this we created as a 2 decimal with percentage. So it is showing us in that fashion. Similarly, ship cost, you are seeing 2 decimals now instead of 3. Okay, and in the order date, we have now day, month, year, ship date. So month, day, year. So ship date we change to month, day, and year. Your order date is still in day, month, and year. So now let me show you how we can create new fields from the existing fields. So we said we'll create cost amount, for example. So on the data tab, on the top, beside the search bar, you have this drop down. So if you click it, you will get these options. So we say create calculated field. The first one, it's showing you the name. So here we delete this and we put a name of the field which you want to create. So I say cost amount. Okay, you can choose to write whatever name you think is appropriate. So here at the bottom, I'll write the formula for that particular field as we do it in Excel. I just write cost. It's giving me the option of cost price. So I just select this and I multiply it with quantity. It cost price into quantity becomes my cost amount. So I'm showing you how to create a new calculated field, new column. So we are creating a column called cost amount, and we are using this cost price field and quantity field and multiplying these two to get a new field called cost amount, new column called cost amount. So this is the name of that cost field which we are creating, and this is the formula. This is the calculation which it would need. So I'm multiplying cost price with quantity. Okay, it's saying the calculation is valid. I say okay. Now you have this cost amount field appearing in the measure section on the left side. Okay. Now let's create a new field, sales amount. Create calculated field, sale amount. I will also have to take discount into consideration. So I'll write sale price into 1 minus discount multiply sign which is star into quantity. Now there's error here because I have started this with round bracket, so I'll have to close this with round bracket. Now the calculation is valid. Say apply. Okay. So you have the sale amount field appearing in the measure area. Now you can create profit field, create calculated field, name it profit, which is your sale amount minus cost amount field. Okay, so this is your profit, sale amount minus cost amount. I say apply. Okay, and you have a profit field here. You will observe that the fields which you have created have this icon of is equal to and hash, is equal to and hash. So this is indicating that these fields are calculated fields: sale amount, profit, and cost amount. You can actually view these fields by going back to data source. So let's go to data source, scroll to the right, and you see that there's three fields which are appearing now which were not there earlier, and these are calculated fields. It's written as calculation is equal to hash, is equal to hash, is equal to hash. There's cost amount, sale amount, and profit. Again, let's create a table now which shows, say, order date. Okay, product category, product subcategory, subcategory, right? And this time we can take cost amount in the column, sale amount, and profit. So all these are sums. It happens on its own. They are the sum of all the profits, sum of all the cost, and sum of all the sale amount. Just click on this table. So now you're getting the table. So you can choose to drag this year order date pill in the rows before product category. Okay, so you have this year, product category, product subcategory, the cost amount, the profit, and the sale amount. Okay, you can look at this table in a presentation mode. So if I go to presentation mode, this is how the table looks like. I press F7 or escape. We come back to the normal screen. I can make it fit width so that values are clear. Swap show me, so these values are clear. If you have to save this file now, so you click on this file. You have this option of save to Tableau public as. If you click on save to Tableau public as, it will give you this window. Since I am already logged into my Tableau public account, so it's not asking me to give credentials. So in your case, you would get a screen saying that mention your username and your password, and then it will open this window for you. So it's asking me to give the name to this file, so I'm just giving it session1, and just click on save. If your credentials are right, it will give you the access to your username and password. Once you press submit correctly, it will give you this window, and you just have to say save.